Seek to speak.
2020 reflections for most people would probably be a reflection of a single year. For me, it's a reflection of an entire decade and an entire era because I was born in 1990, meaning the year 2020 is the momentous occasion where I finally leave my 20s behind. For some arbitrary reason, we have imposed onto ourselves somehow that magical threshold of 30 is supposed to mean far more than the year I turned 29. That's probably because we always ask ourselves, what do you want to accomplish in your life by the time you're 30? And then every time we enter a new phase in life, we're just brimming with ambition, hopes and dreams, unicorns and rainbows, and we come up with checklists of what we want to have accomplished by certain ages. I see we have a lot of younger audiences in this group, which is amazing. I could relate in terms of your checklist might look something like straight A's in school. Maybe your ambition is to go to a certain college. Maybe be in a cheeky little relationship. Maybe travel places with your best friends. At that age, it might seem inconceivably hard, but in actuality, I would think those things are very much doable for you. And as I left my teens, I was able to complete my checklist. Little did I know that I peaked in my teens. But moving aside from that, as I entered my 20s, I made a new checklist for my 20s. A lot more ambitious. Get married by 27. Have kids at 30. Be a successful lawyer. Lose the weight. And maybe travel the world. So just 2 weeks ago, I turned 30. It's the end of 2020. I've ended my 20s. Update, I have no kids. I am extremely single. I have a failed business. The thought of dieting makes me wish I was already dead from obesity. Um, Thankfully, I have been to about 15 countries before the age of Corona dropped by for a very prolonged visit. So I've only done one of those things, and I'm not sure if I will ever get to do the others. And that is a very scary feeling, knowing how far I've strayed from the person I was hoping to be when I was 20. And all the while, it seemed like everybody else around me hitting their 30s were flourishing, while I felt like I was falling through a never ending staircase. But in the midst of those financial difficulties, I found other loves. I found other purposes. I found my love for teaching. I found my love for the people that I do have around me and who are supporting me. I found a personal purpose in life, which is in the education of other people. And I found gratitude, the joy I feel when I see my students, whom I call my children, when they grow and accomplish things, and when I see them become better, smarter people, the joy I feel then, the joy I feel for the privilege to love and be loved by my best friends, who I think are some of the best people in the entire world. This eclipses anything from a crazy, stupid, ambitious checklist that we make for ourselves for our future. So my reflection for 2020 is that we shouldn't be scared if we don't do things in the right order or at the right time, or if you don't do some things at all. Like relationships, family, academics, career, whatever is our golden egg that we're chasing but we're not getting. I've learned that if the door doesn't open, then maybe it's not your door. If the door opens then closes, it's not your door. If you have to beg to be let into the door, it's not your door. And if you have to question if it's your door, it's probably also not your door. So my door opened when it was the right time for me to open that door. I think 20-year-old me would say that teaching is the last possible thing I would ever want to do. I don't have the patience. Children are annoying. Sorry, children. I'm not good at teaching. But turns out I do have the patience. My children are adorably annoying. And I've touched their lives and changed their lives in the same way that they've touched mine. So I wanted to say, if you do have a checklist, good for you. But things happen. And when things happen, it's okay to let some things go. I learned that I shouldn't attach myself to an accomplishment, a person, a place, a company, an organization, or a project. Attach yourself to a purpose or a calling, what makes you feel fulfilled. That's how you keep your inner peace, and that's how you stop others from taking your power away from you. And that's how you can look in the mirror and be proud of who you are. And I'm very proud and grateful for every single one of my 30 years. Thank you.
Seek to speak.